So I have some really good news. Y'all see that right there? You know what that is? That's the Pure Stock Flywheel. So that means that the Pure Stock is about to be going back together for race season, which actually starts this Saturday. So we got a lot of work to do to try to get this thing ready. But this is the man right here that made it all happen, Shannon Jackson with Baker's Machine Shop. I'm going to show you guys real quick because he said he gave me permission. But this is who did my engine and is doing our engines from here on out. They got an awesome shop here, real local to us. And y'all check this out. This is why we trust them right here. See this? One car, two cars. There's probably, they may all be the same. But I think this one right here, Shannon, correct me if I'm wrong. That one's the beast, right? Which one? That was the beast of your car right there? So when it comes to racing race cars, Shannon knows what he does, knows what he's doing. Trucks. Is this you, Shannon?
No, that's Tim Bryant. He owns 5 flags.
Okay, there's your guy who owns 5 flags. Here's Shannon. So anyways, look at that. 4th straight super stock feature win. Shannon, we appreciate all your work you do for us, man.
Ain't a problem at all.
But so we're gonna get this flywheel back to the house, get it put on the car, and hopefully, fingers crossed, Shannon may get a laugh out of this. The engine doesn't make me need dental work. Because last time, the faster the engine went, the more my teeth chattered. So that was bad. So all right, I'll see y'all back at the house. What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I am out here, got a special guest with me, in the FFR shop working on the Pure Stock. Try to get some stuff done. It's down to the nitty gritty. I've already had fun in the front wheel drive, so it's time to throw that thing to the side because this is a real race car, right? Right? He don't care. He just likes racing. But the game plan for tonight is there's a lot of things. Well, really not tonight, but for this video, I hope to have this engine back in this car. You guys saw on the previous video, I was able to get a lot done, welding in a bunch of the bars. I was able to take the flywheel to the machine shop and have it fixed. I was able to get the front end done, get the engine pulled, all that fun stuff. But now we got to reverse that, but do it in forward motion. I'm not going to work in reverse. I'm not going to rewind these videos, but we're going to try to get some stuff done. I got the flywheel back. I'm going to show you all that here in a second. I've got the brake stuff that we're going to do. And then I got a new gauge thanks to Joseph Rodriguez, Rutherford. And we're going to get that taken care of. And then I got some stuff. I ordered some stuff. I don't know where it went. It may be in the car. But I ordered some stuff to build me a new wiring harness to make sure that it's nice and clean. Going to weld some ground. So a lot of stuff. You can remember that in this last video, I was able to get a bunch of this stuff done. In this video, I'm going to fix the header. I'm also going to fix the door. I finally got some metal to do that. We're going to add this inside light and then get all the fenders back on and build the front screen and stuff like that. But mainly is to get this engine put back together. So what I'm going to do here in a second is, now that I've got some help and I'm not going to drill through my hand or break any fingers or whatever, hopefully, yeah. We're going to go get the tractor real quick, and I'm going to try to get this engine off the engine stand because I don't have a hoist in here, and at least get the transmission and the engine back together, get the flywheel and the clutch, all that, have it sitting over here to the side, and then we'll be able to take the car down to Dad's shop, get it on the lift, and get everything put in there. So I'm going to show you guys just a real quick what I've got, and then we'll get the tractor and get this engine off. So I did break down because I broke. Nobody, you know what? Nobody even mentioned or said one thing about me breaking my very expensive $11 Harbor Freight grinder. Did you catch that line?
Right.
Well, anyways, I spent the $11 that I should have went and bought me a grinder on this piece. I did not realize it was only like $12 on Amazon. So I broke down, instead of building one of these, I bought one so that now I can lift the engine up the right way. So that is done. Also, where did I put it? Right here. I went and bought the stuff to redo the brakes. And so I'm hoping that these are the right fittings to where I can tie the brakes back in now that we have all this done. So that's the next thing.
needs brakes?
Yeah, who needs brakes? Y'all check this out. This is very nice. So Joe bought this for his car, but unfortunately it did not work, but it's fortunate for me because it does work in my car. So the old one's gonna be coming out and we're gonna put the new one in that. And then last but not least is I broke down this old shifter and got everything here. And I went ahead and drilled all this out to accept all the stuff for whenever we get the shifter back in and the engine and transmission. So lots of cool stuff going on. So let's go get this tractor. I'm gonna see if I can get this engine off the lift. I got a tire somewhere, maybe it's right outside. We're gonna set this down and then hopefully get the transmission, flywheel, and clutch put back on to where the engine side of things will be ready to go back in the car tomorrow. Got it. Thank you, brother. Now the fun begins, right? So now that we have the engine in here, this made a lot more gooder. Actually, this was a lot better. But we had to take it out of this tire because I couldn't get the flywheel on. But here is the flywheel. So I'm going to spin this around and show you guys what I have now. So now I have a balanced flywheel. And so you guys remember that weight was real big over here. Well, now that weight has been milled off and this flywheel is completely balanced. And not only did he balance it, he went ahead and surfaced it as well and made sure it was nice and clean and good to go. So I appreciate Baker's for doing this, for balancing this thing. It looks a lot better. And I'm hoping now that I'm not gonna have to go into the dadgum dentist after my race. So we're gonna get this thing put on and torque it down, and then we're gonna get the clutch and all put back on.
You got a fatty lefty loopy?
Yeah, I think so. Unless you're upside down, right? Then it's different.
Well, could be from Australia.
Yeah, you'll be backwards.
I always stay backwards. Yeah, making a process out of bolts.
Huh?
You're making a process out of this bolt system.
And then it's the right way, actually.
What's the right way? Skylar's way?
The way I just did it. Ready?
Can't blame the humidity.
Yeah, you ain't lying. All right. So we went and got the lineup tool from Dad's house. Somewhat of a lineup tool. So now we're gonna put this baby on.
Keeping my thoughts to myself.
Good for you. You don't have anything nice to say? Don't say anything at all.
They got nothing to do with nice or not.
Huh?
They ain't got nothing to be nice or not.
This is the easy part, ain't it?
Now let's see. Stick it. Hey, it's crooked. Did you roll it so the spine's back up?
Oh, shoot. Forgot to roll. Down.
You better edit this part out.
Yeah, slide it back on.
Yeah, you gonna need something to turn it.
There it goes. Got it. There it is, bro. See, you just needed your gloves. That's it. That's all you needed was your
I
gloves.
don't want to get dirty. Hey, keep my little prissy little fingers.
Who needs fingers? They're overrated. And 6. They're torqued. You good with it? All right.
No, they're not.
Alrighty, so the engine and transmission are married again. It looks good from this far, but don't get up close. The super glue took the paint off. But that's good, so I appreciate KK helping me on that. So the next thing we're gonna do is, before I go in, is I'm gonna get that gauge cluster out. 4 bolts, yank it out, and then that'll give me room to start doing all this wiring right here. And then I'm gonna come over here and tackle this brake line. So let's get this out. So if y'all remember, this tack light, or this temp gauge, doesn't work. And then I'm gonna show y'all how I rigged this tack in. Y'all are gonna laugh. All right.
Hey, you done yet?
Yeah, so y'all look at this. So this tack did not originally go to this cluster because the original one broke. So what I did to make this one work is I zip tied around it to that bar and then squeezed it as tight as possible. This zip tie kept it from coming out. This zip tie kept it from spinning, so I could spin it all day long. So this wasn't even the right tack. So this was a rigged up 3-piece that I made. So I'm glad to be getting rid of this junk. So I bought this piece. Y'all remember, this is the piece that broke off whenever this bar got slammed. So this piece broke off. I was able to get an easy out and get the other side of that piece off. So there is the old piece right there. I went and bought the exact one, and I was able to get this piece freed up. And so all I have to do is make sure that I can get that screwed back in right, and then put a little bit of a bend in this tubing and hook this back up with this splicer that I bought, and then we should have brakes again. So let's get to getting this in first, and then we'll put a slight bend in that tubing down there and see if we can get this coupler on. Brakes, success. That's professional work if you ask me.
If it doesn't leak.
Unless it leaks, then you did it.
Yeah.
But y'all look at this. I opened that container up, or that lid up.
Hey, don't lie. You wiped his butt.
That's kind of embarrassing. That's
Yeah, I mean, especially in public.
I forgot to check that before I went out too, so that was nasty. But brakes are done. So, well, the brake fix is done. It's not done. I still have to bleed it. But we got that done. I can cross that off the list, even though it wasn't up there. The next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drill this out to where I have my holes in there for whenever I adjust that. That can be something that gets done before I go to bed, and then I'm calling it a night. What do you say? This is your night, huh?
My day is nice all the time.
That's right. All right, I'm gonna drill these out real quick and get the bolts through them. Okay, so we got a lot done. Thank you to KK for helping us. Y'all say thank you, KK, in the comments. Are you going to say it to yourself?
Oh, sure will.
Probably not. But I'm going to call it a night. I got church in the morning, and I'm thankful for KK stopping by and hanging out with me tonight. I wasn't alone in the shop. It's about, 11:30, so I got to go in here and get ready for church. But now that I got the engine set down, it's sitting not ready. I've got to put a few more bolts in it, but it's ready to be brought down to Dad's house, or I can use the tractor now that I told you guys about that adjustable or that removable thing in the front. But I'm probably more than likely going to bring it to Dad's so that I can get everything on the A-frame, get it in the car. I'll get the tires aired up. I'll get it on the lift where I can get the transmission on the bottom. And then I've got to install my shifter, which I think I already showed you all that. Yeah, I got all this stuff ready to go, my shift linkages and all. And so once I get the transmission all in there, I'm going to get all this done right where I can mount that and build the tunnel over the shifter linkage so that none of that dirt's coming in. Once I get that done, then I'm going to weld these headers up probably tomorrow. I've got a piece right down there that I'm going to scab over it and pressure wash this baby. This front end needs to be cleaned big time. It is dirty from the track. And then I'm going to also, in the process, before I get everything put back on, I'm going to get my wiring harness built. I keep saying I've bought stuff. I bought me one of them wire dispensers that have all the colors that mounts up on the wall that you can pull the wire at the same time and then wrap everything up. And then I bought me some really nice heat shrink connectors, and I bought me the right, oh, here it is right here. Look at me. Here's that wire kit. So you can see I've got all the colors. And then the crimpers and all are out in the truck because they brought them to the racetrack. But all right, well, I'm going to go inside. We'll catch you guys tomorrow. All right, everybody. So we are back out in the FFR shop with the Pure Stock doing one of my most favorite things to do, and it is wash day. We have done all of the mechanical work on the front end and gotten pretty much everything done that needs to happen before we can start the assembly process and get this thing to the barn to get this bad boy put in. I've got it set up here on the jacks, ready to go in. Everything's good to go, but this car is filthy and I need to pressure wash and get everything clean. We have an incredible sponsor for today's video, Etenwolf. None other than our good buddies at Etenwolf. They have sent us an incredible new product that I want to showcase for you guys. But before we do, we got to get everything off the back of this car and get all these tires aired up. Now, you guys saw in our trailer remodel video, if you haven't seen that, please go watch it, that Etenwolf sponsored that video. We are excited to be able to partner with Etenwolf again for a giveaway. They love the video so much and love you guys enough that they are going to give away for free one of these powerful units here that we're about to use to air these tires up. So you guys be sure to check out Etenwolf. I'm going to leave this link to this product in the description again, but we appreciate them. So if you want to have your chance and shot at winning one of these awesome air pumps, comment Etenwolf. That's how you spell it right there. Etenwolf giveaway in the comments. And in a couple of weeks, we're going to give one of you lucky winners one of these products. So let's get the car tires aired up and get it out here in the beautiful sunlight. And let me show you this awesome new product by Etenwolf. All right, so thanks to Etenwolf, all 4 tires are aired up and the car's back up on its own feet. So you guys know what that means. It's time to push this baby out and get it cleaned up. God, this thing is heavy. I don't think this car should be this heavy. feet have no grip. Ugh. There we go. Okay, so let's get to the good part. We have to say thank you to Etenwolf, which is our video sponsor. These guys have been incredible to us over the past few years. If you guys do not own an Etenwolf product right now, it's not because we haven't shouted them out and given them the praise that they deserve for making these products. They have now sent us 2 pressure washers, but they have done it again, and they have come up with a brand new design that they have sent us that we're gonna present to you guys today. This car needs a wash bad. I haven't washed this car since the last race, which was in last year. And so this is well deserved for this car to get this. And I appreciate Etenwolf sending us this. So let's get this thing unboxed and show you what the cool new features of it is. Okay, so the obvious size difference is incredible. You guys can see they made it way smaller. This is a 2400 PSI machine. They have redesigned everything. And one of the cool new things is right out of the box, the wheels are already together. So all you literally have to do, you are seeing this in real time, is snap these babies on. One of the cool features that they did with this Etenwolf pressure washer is instead of it being your traditional 2-wheel, where you guys know that these things flip over all the time, they have redesigned this. Let me flip this over. They have redesigned this thing now to where it sits almost like a shop vac. So it now has 4 wheels, which makes it nice and sturdy so that it's not flipping over on you. It can roll around easily, and it sits up like this to where the old design had 2 wheels on the side, and this thing was real bad about flipping over like this if you pulled it too hard. So I really appreciate them making that feature to where it does this instead of the tip over spot, or the tip over design. So they have extended the cord. It is a lot longer now so that you can stay on concrete. So this is longer, as well as your spray hose. It is longer as well. So very cool design there. They have redone their handle. It is a 2-piece handle. It snaps in very simple for easy storage. Just like that, it is together. And they have also included in the kit now a spray cannon. So this is really neat. This feature is awesome. You can add your soaps in or your super clean, spray it in right here from the nozzle instead of down on the unit. So that's something that's neat. This just unscrews, one quick quarter turn, and that goes in just like that. And they have given you all the nozzles and all of the attachments to hold everything as well. So very excited about this. I'm gonna get the rest of this put together and we'll get this thing to use on the pure stock. Okie dokie, so I got everything put together. Got all of my attachments right here. You've got 4 different pressure rating nozzles. We've got our foam cannon, and everything is hooked up. It took me about 3 minutes to put the attachments in and the screws. So we're gonna get some water to this thing, and we're gonna get this pure stock clean. So let's go. Guys, Etenwolf has absolutely knocked it out of the park with this machine right here. This is by far one of my favorite pressure washers they have sent me. It puts the other 2 to shame. If you guys need a pressure washer, and I'm not just saying this because I've got it here, this is one of the coolest little machines. I've never owned a spray foam cannon and I put Super Clean in that one. And when I tell you that spray foam is no joke, or that foam cannon is no joke, it doesn't take any time. That thing suds up so quick. But I am very pleased with the product that Etenwolf has sent us. But there you go. The car is washed again. It looks really good. Got a bunch of that nasty grit and grime off the front. So we have to say thank you again to Etenwolf. They have been supporters of us for a while. They've now sent us our generator and all kind of products. So you guys, please go support this company. We appreciate them greatly. And they keep our stuff looking nice and clean. And they keep our air conditioner running and all kind of stuff. So I'm gonna let this thing sit out here actually overnight and dry. I've got to go back to work, but I'm gonna let it sit right there. And when it's dry, I'm gonna come and touch up a bunch of this paint this front bar, paint this bar that I put in, paint this one. And then once the painting's done, we can get it down to Dad's shop and get that bad boy engine put in. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Next day, I threw some paint on this car yesterday when it was drying, and it is nice again. Shining good. So I went ahead and painted everything with black and touched everything up. That pressure washer did a really good job. So now all this is black, nice and dry. I painted all my top bar, painted all this, painted this bar here, this one's done, and just touched up a little bit more things with some paint. But she's clean and ready to go again. I'm not gonna paint none of that until I'm done. But overall, the car is complete as far as this portion goes, and so I'm happy with the results there. I'm gonna call it a video right here because I got a lot of work done and I feel really good about it. The engine, I just got done putting the transmission fluid back in, getting all the oil pan situated and put up, so that is done and ready to go in. I feel good about the engine and the transmission. Hopefully that flywheel does good, but we got a lot of work done. We got the brakes fixed, which I just still have to bleed them down. I got it pushed out. I got it cleaned. I was able to get the transmission and the flywheel and all put back together and torqued to spec. So that's really good. So the next video, we should be able to start the installation process. So everything is now done. I think I've got all my ducks in a row. And so what we'll be able to do is, this is the end of this one, but we'll be able to start installing everything. I'll be able to get it in here, get the engine in, get the cross members all put back on, drive shaft, transmission, linkages. I've got to build a radiator support on the new bar that I built. We'll be able to get the headers in, get the new wiring harness, and get my light in and finish out the to-do list. So as far as right now, all I have to do is build the front screen, which that'll be once I put the front end on. Got to fix the door, which I have the metal for that sitting right over there. We've got to scale the car, fix the fender, change the oil, and fix the headers. And so we're to the final stretch here. I wanted to be a little bit closer because the season's already started, but some setbacks with the 16 and a few things like that I wasn't able to be as close as I wanted to be, but that's okay because I wasn't going to be able to make them all anyway. But I'm hoping, I'm at work, I'm working nights, but I'm hoping on this next offset to have this car running and driving again. I should be able to get the engine in and get everything hooked up hopefully in about a day and a half, 2 days. So I should have plenty of time. Before we go, I do want to let you guys know this Friday night, I plan on racing the Turd over at Southern Raceway. I'm going to see if I can get it ready. All I have to do is finish some paint and install that seat and the little switch, and it should be ready to go. So I'm going to try to see if I can make it over to Hunt the Front Land over at Southern Raceway in Milton. And then if the weather stays nice, Uriah should be racing his junior champ this Saturday at Sunny South. So full weekend of racing, Friday night at Southern Raceway, Saturday night at Sunny South Raceway, if all goes according to plan. So that should be really fun. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. Thank you to KK for coming over and helping me install all this stuff and hanging out with me. And also, again, you guys don't forget to go check out Etenwolf. They've got an awesome product. That is a new designed product, so it is really nice. It's in the beginning stages of being ready for the public. So that is something you definitely need as well as your Etenwolf air thing. So you guys do not forget, in this video description, in the comment section, go comment Etenwolf air pump for a chance to win one of them air pumps. We have to thank Etenwolf for coming on board and doing a giveaway. And then also thanks to Super Clean for also doing a giveaway in our last video. All right, that's it. Wrapping it up. You guys be blessed. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think of the Pure Stock work. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.